Bruh.
Good.
Bruh.
Good.
Hey, traders. Welcome to the Friday stream. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a better day than altcoins and Bitcoin itself, which really doesn't look too bad, right? I mean, coupled handle idea. It's not dead technically yet, but there was this demand line we had been looking at, at least in Patreon. I think we looked at it like early in the stream yesterday before we started drawing that cup. But so you broke a demand line. So dragging stuff like one peak, second peak. And if it was actually to get follow through price action, which I don't know, right? But your targets, if it was going to go to the downside, would be 17,730, then eventually 19,000. I'm sorry, good God, 16,969. That's a lot of sixes and nines there. Okay, so I think the first target makes a lot of sense because the structure we're in, at least since PayPal and Square News, right? That was the catalyst to this entire run. That's a demand line, so you think that completely plausible. At the same time, it's not an area of value for a long. It's just not. You can try to argue all you want saying it's a great area to enter now for a long, but it's just not. If you use Fibonacci, if you think about retraces, you talk about bullish divergence, all those variables, it's just not. So you can try to ride the momentum, the wave of momentum to the upside because it just keeps going. But that's not as strong. Like you look at bullish reversals, I think are a lot more reliable than bullish continuations. You normally on bullish reversals, you're getting far more variables than you are on a continuation, like a bull flag or just a symmetrical triangle or descending broadening wedge, you name it, right? And so and what was it? What was the stat? Pretty much near our highest point. in 2 months. 2 months. Bitcoin's appreciated in value 87 to 90%. 2 months. All those things being said, it's just not easy at these levels to try to go long, to take longs. Now, there are some altcoins that, yeah, man, I mean, they never launched. Right? They never launched when Bitcoin did all this. And they were starting to look good. But when Bitcoin beckons, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So all you can do here is just pray for this just to be weekend effery, the selling to remain mild to light, and you make a higher low, and then eventually we break 20K. You know, that would be great, but again, it's like wishful thinking without an edge. And if you're truly been paying attention to the stream, this community, whatever, you've learned what an edge is. Certainly no edge right now, besides maybe, oh, it kind of looks like a cup with handle. That's about it, dude. That's all you got. Weekly is at 85 to 86 on the RSI. That's insane. Let's look at the weekly real quick. Good to see y'all, though. Great to see y'all. Happy Friday. You made it to the weekend. Still in the green on the weekly, right? 2 days, 1 hour till this candle closes, where all it's done is run up to test all-time highs. Exceeded it by about $15 to $20. You can't even tell. And that was it, man. That's, you know, you tested it once. I don't know. I mean, kind of twice, I guess, right? Just depends what you're considering. What is it testing? Trying to remove the... it's okay there. So, you know, the RSI, man, on the weekly, we're talking 83 now. All right, it pulled back a little bit. Okay. But just for context, when we peaked down in June or May 1st, May of 2019, we sold off and we rallied again, right? July 2019. You were at 80 on the RSI. We're higher. We're much higher than that. We're like 13 points higher than the highest level on a very significant time scale in the summer of last year, where Bitcoin hit nearly $14,000 before violently reversing, and then went into the correction that ended when the COVID crash hit its low, nadir level, and then we've been recovering ever since. So you're not at great FOMO levels of 2017, but you are. I mean, just depends. If you're talking June 2016, you're talking about December 2016. Yeah, you're at those levels on the relative strength index on the weekly. That's super high. You know, anything above 60, bullish. Anything above 70 is overbought. Anything above 80 in crypto, that's nuclear levels. Like where pullbacks can occur. Hasn't really. I mean, what do you consider this a pullback on the weekly? I mean, you know, you went from 19,915 to 18,780. So we're over $1,000 down from that high. And again, where you are, there's just not much support at all. Looking left on the daily, you know that. The daily is between 17,730 and 19,650 to 19,891, right? You just look left. And all you have to do is zoom in to see the historical context here. The name of the first song was Just Us Two by Vivra Vera. Yeah, I found that song today. Love it. That's why I started the stream with it. Great song. Hey, it's Wicks Don't Lie. Is that the real one? What's up, dude?
Bruh.
Hey, I never got an email from you, man. Just saying. You said that, or you said someone would reach out. Never got anything. I mean, I checked my email. Am I crazy here? Thank you, dude. Hope you had a great week. Wicks Don't Lie. He streams in the mornings. He's like Squawk Box. I'm like Kramer. Just kidding. But for crypto, he's like almost all stocks, right? I believe. He might do currencies too, maybe. But thank you, man. Good to see you. Tuned in. I don't know if you're you can say something in the live chat. I'll be paying attention. So you know what's going on the daily, right? We just looked, right? 17,730, 19,650, 19,891. There's just nothing really there. You got this newly manufactured local high stuff right where you are right now. We're talking like November 21st high. That's it, dude. So bearish engulfing candle, you're working on it. Now, if you don't start pivoting, then all of a sudden the argument for bearish divergence in the RSI is becoming real. The reality where it's a high, it's a slightly higher high, lower levels relative strength, impending price action versus the downside. Only currencies.
Mostly to be in gold.
Oh yeah, man. Hype on golds, where it held that congestion area, thank God, right? For now. I just don't, I mean, it just doesn't make sense fundamentally at all for gold to break 1800, right? Wouldn't you agree? Platinum, I know you were hyped on platinum. Platinum today hit a 4-year high, still up on my chart. I was looking at it earlier. Highest levels, it did hit its highest level since September 2016. Holy crap. And the 382, right? Yeah, the 382 from the highest high, that buying climax in 2011 to the lowest point we saw the COVID crash. So you finally hit the golden zone and you pull back exactly at it. No, did you hit the resistance and pull back? No, you hit the 382 like the Jesus and pull back. So, I mean, if you ever break this, if you stay above this area long enough, you'd think that 1180 to 1192 could be tested, and then above that's the 50% retrace. Dallas theory, of course, right? So, hey, Wickstone, thanks for the 20 Canadian dollar super chat, the 10, and holy crap, now the Fitty.
Wickstone super chatted $39.10. Ha, it makes me afford these donations.
Oh, is that true? Great Britain pound to the Japanese yen. I want to look at. Wow, I haven't looked at this in a while, but it certainly played out well. There was a rising wedge. It hit the targets eventually. Yeah, it was rounding out really bad. It's been a while, man. So I guess the last time we looked at it was September. Well, it went up and look from the high to low. It made those common reach. It made an 88% retrace, really. You know, didn't hit the 382 50% dump. So, but now, yeah, it's like definitely like double bottoming, right, and rallying, and it looks pretty good. If we clean it up here, beautiful, beautiful stuff there. But look at that, man. Found that base, that low from October 2016. Jeez. And now you got a high up here. So you're in the dead middle of kind of a range now, right? Yeah, definitely. I guess that there is a peak from 2011 right there. You break that, man. I mean, there's a good chance, right? You might see a 156.82, right? But yeah, consecutive higher lows. We'll see any kind of. I like the accumulation. Very, very real accumulation right there. Yep, that's 140 is the breaking point. Wouldn't you agree? Could be, right? That high from 2011 price action correlation to 140 and 156. Normally it's you run up and you back test it as support, but eventually straight up, eventually straight down. Eventually, once you break it and back test it, that's maybe what one could be looking for, right? On something like this, a break and a back test, confirming the validity that was once resistance becomes support, and then it could run like it's done in history, right? That's pretty interesting. I bet if you look at the monthly, it's like a huge potential double bottom or something crazy, right? So good to see the British pound hold on. Thank you again, dude. All right, what just happened? How's that showing up?
Do you ever look at I see a fractal one from the last market cycle that I think could be playing out again?
What? Fractal on Bitcoin dominance, Jack Christie. Thank you for the 5 Canadian dollars. Well, I mean, the problem with like Bitcoin dominance, no one's actually literally trading it, right? There are not traders that are like, oh, maybe one day, and I bet you money one day there will be a derivative that exists where you can actually make money on the Bitcoin dominance, right? It'll be not Bitcoin.D, it'll just be Bitcoin D, BTCD contract. But for now, when you don't have an asset that's actually literally traded, becomes pretty even TA itself can become speculative, though we've seen in the past where the trend lines get respected, right? I mean, the zone, the major reversal zone, right, that goes back to May 2017 and July 2017, that has been regarded and respected very well throughout the history. And you did it again, right? I mean, as long as you stay above 60 to 61.6% total market cap dominance for Bitcoin. It normally stays above it and could eventually rise to 70% total market cap, as it's done a couple times. So, but I mean, the problem is now, this down sloping resistance, the supply line that, holy crap, we've had this plotted since, sometime in January. It ran up, tested it like the Jesus, sold off, even like scam wicked up there, dumped again. And then that inverse head and shoulder. So, I mean, TA is speculative, but it has played out a couple. The divergence with the structure, it broke you through the zone, right? So, definitely rising. I could definitely see how it would make sense why it's rising. Have you seen the altcoins? Perhaps you've heard of them. XRP is down 11.28% right now. Ethereum down 10%, 9.45%. Dude. KNC down 8%. Well, Litecoin's down 9.5. It's almost. I mean, they're getting destroyed. So when you get a sell-off, Bitcoin's certainly outperforming all the alts. Like they're just not. Bitcoin is not getting hit near as hard as the altcoins. So I'm thinking when that happens, you get a spike in the dominance. So what's going on? People freaking out, dude. Yeah, we look at the U.S. dollar that's been recently getting devastated. I think it caught some bids today finally, right? Maybe was it? I mean, caught some bids, by the way. It's terrible, dude. Bear pull, bear flag. I mean, you had the luxury, not luxury, but you had the blessing by the bears. All these back tests, right? You you broke out of the bear flag, you ran up and regarded it as resistance. Really made another lower high and then dumped. And then I loved it, man. The break hook and go confirmation. This is just a great education segment, maybe. It really is. I try to do some education and teaching, add some value to your own journey. We're all on our own journey here. If you're watching the stream, you probably care a little bit about trading. So 91, 92 on the DXY, critical support from 2016. You got to go right here, May 2016. So a break hook and go confirmation. Most of y'all know it. Everyone's a genius, right? But at one time you didn't know. Maybe you learned it here. But there's your break hook and go confirmation. Let me try to again educate. Again, if you know it, that's great, man. That's awesome. But okay, let me do this. So three steps to the break hook and go. The strongest form of confirmation that exists on any market. Doesn't matter if it's equities, doesn't matter if it's commodities, doesn't matter if it's currencies. These exist everywhere, okay? Okay, so there are three different types of confirmations that exist, right? There's the breakout, right? The breakout with a candle close confirmation. That's a form of confirmation of a breakout, but it is your weakest form, right? Then there's the breakout, right? The break below the ice line, and then the back test. Okay, and sometimes you back test, and on that very candle you dump, really hard. But sometimes you're given a luxury of a break. When you back test what was once support becomes resistance. That's what's considered the hook in this situation. And then when you get a bearish, in this context, the bearish context, you get a bearish engulfing candle, a candle that completely covers the previous hook candle, the back test candle. That is called the break, hook, and go confirmation. And after that, you normally get, that's like telling market participants, all right, this is very, very real. Time to push it down. Well, you've gone down. Yeah, you're catching bids. Just give it time, man. This thing's oversold. It could come back, bounce a little, make a lower high, dead cat, and then dump again. So just wanted to go over it. Hey, look, dude, you flip the chart over. Imagine these candles are inversed, right? So a bullish, a green candle, a breakout, a back test of what was once resistance becomes support, and then a bullish engulfing candle. Your break, hook, and go, same thing, just on the bullish side. All right? So, whatever, man. I mean, Bitcoin's just screwing around. It's the weekend. Trading desks around the world are closed. Why not invest in ourselves? Become a little bit more learned if we weren't learned, right? So, just enjoying my Irwin.coffee. Very good stuff. It fuels the stream. You got, is this a daily tweezer bottom, and tweezer bottom, bullish pin bar combo, potential bullish reversal. Again, these can occur in nasty capitulatory runs, and they run up again, and they underperform. They make lower highs than the previous high, and then they dump again. So yeah, you could reverse here, catch some bids, and then it just continues down. It's ugly, man. I mean, eventual target on the DXY is like $88, something stupid. Look at the weekly. Look how that weekly closed. Oh, where's my... Hold on. Visibility. There we go. Weekly. I mean, your target, dude, is like 88. Eventually, ups and downs going to happen daily, weekly, whatever. But eventually, $88 on the US dollar. Now, eventually, I think really nice bullish divergence is going to probably appear on the MACD, and you might get some real bids off that. So it's nasty. I don't understand what is going on. I don't even know what that is. Good Lord. Yes, they do. Citibank said, well, they also said Bitcoin 318,000. So, hey, man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. You know, it's never easy, right? It's never supposed to be extremely easy in this crypto market, right? It's just over-leveraged. Too many over-leveraged traders ruin the party for everyone, where exchanges can see those over-leveraged positions. Oh, stop. Oh, the liquidation prices. All right, let's move it on down. Liquidate, collect our money, push it back up. Okay. Do we backtest the dragon on Bitcoin? I don't think so. Maybe. Nah, we have no backtest of the dragon breakout. But again, man, like, what if it just goes sideways? You know, like, without an edge, man, without an edge, it's really tough. Like, I'm not one to be shorting in uber bullish conditions. I'm just not, because you can get your face ripped off. You're going against the trend, right? I mean, the trend is your friend. What do you need to always think about? Whatever the trend of the market or the asset you're looking at is, like you're at the beach, man, right? And the ocean's kind of going crazy. You see a red flag. Oh, what's that red flag? Well, that normally means there's strong undertow. So trading against the trend is like going in the ocean. When you see the red flags up there, you know there's a strong undertow, and you try to go against the undertow, right? You try to fight it. You're gonna fail. You're gonna get exhausted. You're gonna get worn out, and you're gonna lose. The tide will, the undertow will wreck you eventually. You'll be gone. Bye. They'll have to get lifeguards, and you'll be on the news, and everyone will laugh at you. Okay, because you knew you were fighting the trend. So when you're shorting in these market conditions, you are literally going out in the ocean, and you're fighting the undertow. So with the idea here, this is a bearish structure, potential bearish structure in a very, very bullish trend. So I'm giving targets on where Bitcoin could go, and these might be areas. So instead of, what one could do, instead of shorting in extremely bullish conditions, is they could set up the targets like I have here for a short, but instead of going short, one could be looking for re-entry or to re-add or re-accumulate their position, right? Because the profit-taking levels for shorts also could be long entries for bulls, right? You know, and what if you hit the demand line again, right? That's makes sense, right? We're just using Fibonacci for targets, pretty much. Well, one's 17,730, the other one's the 786. So, does that make sense at all? Anyone? Hey, it's Jack Christie. What's up, man? MicroStrategy bought at the top. Did they? Does anyone have a source on that? We look at an article. That'd be cool. Hey, it's Bitcoin Bull. Look who shows up. A little late, Bitcoin Bull, man. You should have been here March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October.
I have charted the same way. I feel it's a market psych indicator, tracks the crypto cycle. Fractal is respect the downtrend, then significant breakdown of the support zone. just like 2016 to 2018.
Well, Jack, man, tell me what that's going to do to the rest of the market. See, I'm not... It's tough, man. It's like, again, you're trying to paint a story. It's almost crypto Pepe Sylvia stuff, right? Where it's like, well, you know, what is the rest of the market going to do when these things occur? You know, I'm not really... I'm simple TA, man. I like looking at the chart, and if I get an edge, you know, I'll be straight up with you. I mean, possibility, you know, you're maybe one of these lows to this next low. You got like hidden bullish divergence going. I don't know if it play out or anything, but yeah, it just seems like almost looking at a Bitcoin pair itself.
Question: are harmonics often found inside other patterns such as wedges, triangles, parallel channels, etc.?
Yeah, you can find them in there, absolutely, on Crypto Lionel. Like for instance, let's go back to what we were looking at yesterday. This was a great Wyckoff reaccumulation structure. I mean, why not, man? It's Friday, Bitcoin's up and down, it's selling off. It's not. It got to a low point a few minutes ago of 18,567. Is now 18,830. The price swings are pretty crazy now. You know, at these levels. Oh, and just wait, if we ever break all-time highs, we start getting to the 20s. Oh, just almost expect $500 to $700 moves on the reg all the time. Okay. So anyway, we go back to Bitcoin in the summer. Okay. So like you can draw demand lines, triangles, all you want, but like what was going on here was you had 3 rising valleys ended up happening. The bridgeway between the second and third valley ended up being a beautiful bullish Gartley we identified. It was also, again, the Wyckoff reaccumulation range was perfect. We jumped across the creek, and that's when we knew, oh my God, the composite operator. Yes, composite operator pretty much back tested it, that creek, and once we jumped across the creek, last points of supply, oh my God, it was just gone. So you could again plot like a trend line here, and it's a demand line or something, right? It makes sense. Trying to think. Can someone find that screenshot of all the harmonics we had inside this range? It was gorgeous. Crypto Pepe Sylvia even made a meme of the month about it, and it was like artwork, right? Chart art. So if you're talking about a structure like a triangle, well, what about a rectangle? We had like 5 or 6 different harmonics that were perfect inside of this reaccumulation range. Someone find that, patron, please. You know what I'm talking about. All right. So in situations like this, man, I mean, don't you see on the 60-minute how it's a high? Then it's like a discernible second high that's lower than the previous high, and that's normally not bullish. That's like distribution going on not a very significant time scale, but it's there. And you do have like a neckline of sorts around 18.4, 18.5. Right? See if we can find it. What's up, John? What's up, everyone? I mean, thanks for being here. I haven't spent much time interacting with chat, but we've got some really good interaction. Oh, crap. Yeah, we got a new patron earlier. Hold on a sec. Yeah, John H, man. Hey, John H. Hi in the chat. Thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Please be sure to sing up the Patreon to the Discord. I think you already know that, hopefully. Thank you, dude. Kings. So these things I'm talking about, this is this like, so this stream has been really education intense, right? I would think. We had a cameo, a really nice cameo from Wicks Don't Lie. I like calling him Don't Trust the Wicks. What is it? Or Trust the Wicks. Yeah, the intro. I mean, but see, the thing is, Wicks Don't Lie. I'm a big candle close guy. I'm like, I should change my name to Candle Closes Don't Lie, or Traders Settle Up Don't Lie. I don't know if he's still watching, but that's crazy, man. We are sitting at 587 patrons now, so I really want to say thanks so much to each and every one of you for supporting the community, supporting what I do, because you know, that's contribution to the stream, and we reinvest that to provide you with the optimum stream quality, right, where we can play copyright music. We don't have to worry about that, you know, because of you. So just like that, 18.8, just kidding, 18.7, going on 18.6 again. Very, very, the ease of movement's very real. I mean, the price action, it's nuts now. So yeah, like 60-minute doesn't really look that great. You're not oversold yet. You're not really showing any bullish divergence. There's no edge, right? Even on the least significant time scale, right? It only looks like distribution going on right now. So, I mean, again, 17,730 is definitely not out of the cards. It's definitely a possibility. And if it is a possibility, well, you breaking that demand line, you're looking again 17,730, maybe 16,969. I mean, there was, you know, right here on the 4-hour RSI, anything, there was just bearish convergence, really. Almost Class B bearish divergence, but you technically made a lower high than the previous high. So, and then there was no positive momentum. You just couldn't find it. You just couldn't catch the bids. There was no demand and or too much supply. I'm thinking the former, right, which there was too much or not enough demand right now. Yes, altcoins continuing to get struck, dude, by this. Very similar stuff, right? I mean, could have been cut with handle. Right here was ugly, very ugly. We identified this last night. Very clear, concise, Class B bearish divergence, where you make a top, you make a second top, almost the same high, lower levels of relative strength, and really, technically, it was there, but it was one histogram wick. I mean, it's almost nothing. So it was just far more clear on the RSI. Impending price action reversal to the downside is implied. It's playing out. You're bearishly engulfing. 23 minutes, 30 seconds till a bearish engulfing candle is confirmed. And now it's almost like double, triple top here. And really, remember, there were no bullish signals on Coinbase. Yeah, maybe it looked like a couple handle, but look, where were you? Hold on a sec. Where were you? 4-hour bearish divergence, but then daily bearish divergence. That was identified. I pinged all patrons today in the Patreon chat. Bearish engulfing candle about to be confirmed on the daily, and we're not talking about a joke bearish engulfing. This is a very real bearish engulfing candle, and it's testing the that quadrant, the upper quadrant of the equidistant channel right now as support. It was once resistance, it's now support. You break that, chances are you're going to 528. Okay, based on the daily and the 4-hour, looks very bad. Like now Ethereum, it attempted its rally. There were not enough bids to get it to break critical resistance, whether it's the supply line or the one looking left on the weekly, daily right here, June 2018. Very bad. That is one high, and you could very well right now be showing that confirmation high, right? That's where traders take their positions. I'm not saying they're doing it now, but that is what double bottoms are, double tops are, right? You get one sell-off, no one really knows. You run up, you make a 38, 50% retrace, then you dump again. Oh, a double dip, whatever they call it. But you sell off again. And once you top out, once the momentum dies out, and then all of a sudden on that second high, the oscillators, that's where they really help us. Because the first high is so much momentum, the second high is barely any.
4-hour rising wedge on Dow Jones.
So, Wolfman.
Is that a joint?
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, we'll look at the Dow Jones guy. This was a great. Oh man, it's such a small. It's such bad quality. That's so weird. Wayne Batson, that. You think there's another version of it somewhere? It's probably higher quality somewhere. It might be in my files somewhere. Thank you, Wayne. So this is Will Bitcoin see all-time highs by Christmas? Do we consider that $15 15-second all-time high for a second, and then it had a 10% price swing and has never seen the prices again, not even close since? I wouldn't consider that all-time highs. That's just me, though. But so technically, maybe this is one but barely. I mean, come on, dude. The no's are pretty much winning in my eyes. This one right now. But you got like 20 days, right? You got 3 weeks for some insanity to happen. So again, bearish divergence on the 4-hour, bearish divergence on the daily. Second to top, confirmation high possibly. You failed to break out. Bearish engulfing candle on the daily, bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hour. Multiple variable, and now you could say the RSI bearish divergence too on the daily. So you for real have like 6 variables that are literally all implying reversal to the downside. 6 on Ethereum right now. You got 0 on the bullish side. The argument for bulls is terrible right now. If we were in a courtroom, the verdict would be reversal downside. And then we're talking about 528, but eventually 487 again. If this all played out. If the TA is respected on Ethereum, we'll see lower prices. Just based on how we do it every day, right? I know it's a bull trend. I'm just telling you, 6 bearish variables between the 4-hour and the daily. I hope I'm wrong. I hope the TA is disrespected. We just go to $1 billion and we live happily ever after. We don't have to worry about anything, right? But that's just not how it works here, right? Oh, there it is. This is what I was talking about. Someone was asking about harmonics inside structures. Okay, well, this is just a joke, but at one point in that rectangle this summer, you had I believe it was a bullish butterfly, yeah, that turned into a bearish butterfly.
Today. I start evolution of a trader, trading basics next.
Bruh.
Boom, on crypto with Lionel. Go ahead and tell me that trading the zone book didn't F you up mentally in a very positive way, right? And changed your outlook on a lot of things. Because I'm sure it did. Thank you. And congrats on investing in yourself, which you should be doing. We should all be doing that. We should all be trying to get better than ourselves from the day before. Never compare ourselves to anyone else, because then that's how you get demoralized, and that is not sustainable. Okay. So yeah, this summer we had a bearish butterfly into a bearish bat pattern that turned into a bearish shark pattern that turned into a bullish Gartley that then turned into a bearish Gartley. And it actually ended up reversing there pretty bad. But then it ended up making a higher low than previous lows, and then they went to moon. So yeah, man. And then right here, so Michelangelo, I think was the oops. And Michelangelo, let's go, dude. $9,717 when this meme was created. That's crazy, right? Talking $10,000. Well, not for long, right? We could see lower prices. What's up, Erwin? Yeah, I know you. Just kidding. But I do. Well, I know an Erwin. So, everyone having a good evening? Everyone have a good week? Everyone happy the weekend's here? Where there's not too much going on besides, like I just talked about, man. Like, the case just keeps building for Ethereum being at a high, a local high for now, where... What happens, man? What happens if you go to 520, 487 again? Is it the end of the world? No. It's just like the markdown is real, and we gotta wait for a bullish edge to occur, right? Where, like, look what happened, back here in that dump in September. What really happened? Not just on Ethereum, but so many altcoins. After a major dump happened, you ended up getting what? Someone tell me what you ended up getting on Ethereum. The date of September 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. What happened? At least on one oscillator, what occurred? Someone tell me. I just did it. So you tell me. Keep you on the balls of your feet, right? And no, you know what? What type of... I'm talking, give me the most specific form, if you can. So this will make this a lot harder, even if you know what it is. I'm talking, what class is it? So what's its full name? And we're going to be technical here. So there's only one right answer. The classification of what it is. So we got one winner. Yeah, we got a decent amount of people. All right, very proud of y'all. Good stuff. So, who was the first person to get it right? I mean, some of y'all got it right before this guy, but it was before I requested the actual. So, Trevor and Ever was the first person to get it exactly right all the way. Even though the first person to get it right was Scuba Steve. Trevor, Class A. No, you're wrong, Trevor. You're very wrong. No, never mind. Sorry, I saw Classic, or I saw Class A. There is no such thing really as, and there's no such a classification of hidden bullish divergence. It's just itself, right? There is no Class B, C, or A hidden bullish divergence. It's just, that's it, right? So, I mean, Jordan West, you kind of got it, but I wanted the exact perfect answer. Kevin, that's not right because it wasn't triple. There it is. Celia Muhammad, Class A bullish divergence. She got it. I mean, he's the first person that got it literally perfectly right. You know, Class A bullish divergence. But then Crypto Knight got it too. Scuba Steve got it. Trevor's still wrong. It's not hidden bullish divergence. It's classic. Okay. Very good. Jesus chimes for the ones who've invested themselves to know what that is. Man. So what I'm saying is, why did I even go into that? All right. When you show, look, there's a low here from March of 2020. Then there was another low, July 2020. The demand line could have been plotted, okay? You don't have to have a channel, you just have a demand line. So when an asset reverses pretty bad, you get a huge spike in negative momentum. You run to attempt to rally and you fail, and then you sell off again. But on that second low that is lower than the first low, you then show much lower levels on the histogram, much lower levels of negative momentum, because this is a momentum. That's what it is. You're literally looking at momentum on this histogram. So when it makes a slightly lower low, or traders settle up, and that's how you should be measuring your divergence, not with wicks, with candle closes. When you show Class A bullish divergence, especially at a demand line, my God, or horizontal line from history, that's fine too, the probability increases that instead of it being a coin flip where it go up or down, the probability increases that the reversal to the upside would be coming, especially when you're looking at a daily time scale. The more significant the time scale, the higher the probability becomes that it would play out. And my God, if you got it in 4 hour, daily, weekly at the same time, forget about it. That's even stronger. So right there at that point, you reversed. You didn't do much, but eventually it manifested. That classic Class A bullish divergence manifested into this double top we're seeing now. And unfortunately, what's going on, the absolute inverse of what happened down here, you're now showing, look, right? The low, the lower low, the high, the slightly higher high, almost identical high. Class A, Class B, bearish divergence. Bearish engulfing candle is like that confirmation. So if this bearish engulfing candle in 12 minutes, which I think it's going to, if this stays the same, I think that we will get follow through to the downside. This is the signal. I think the daily bearish engulfing candle is the signal at the top, okay? So just be careful, be mindful, be cognizant of what's going on right now. This is not Moonboy channel. This is not whatever. I don't even know. This is not talking about the new project, Darren 2.0. This is talking about literal charts. It's cold. It's calculated. It's right? It's almost robotic in a way. Hey, there it is, Phil. There it is, man. Yeah. I think we got one more too. Yeah, that was Phil doing right there. And it was gorgeous, man. In a rectangle, you had all these. Oh, that was a wonderful trade setup. That falling wedge was the Jesus, dude. Gave us our up thrust. Bitcoin dominance breakout? I wouldn't consider it a breakout. No, like I think it's a real breakout if you ever break the supply line. That's real. You had a false breakout in mid-November. Hey Deb, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining the Patreon just now. Let's get some Leroy Jenkins.
Is that a joint?
Oh, and is that a joint more appropriate today than it's been probably ever, right? Because did you see what happened? The legislators have federally decriminalized cannabis. So now, of course, I think it's still going to be up to the states, but there's no longer now some sort of weird, oh, it's federally illegal, but states are still doing it. That now has been resolved. I think that's going to that is just a part of it, right? It's just going to keep going that way, and eventually it'll be like no one will ever get arrested for cannabis ever again, probably at some point, but that's probably a long way off. So it's just the House. What? Is it official? It needs to pass the Senate. It's just the House. Okay, so well, this is the farthest it's ever gone. So I guess I'm just bringing that up. It's not yet. It has to go to the Senate. So what do y'all think? Will it get passed? I'm not really sure. So they probably won't pass it. Okay. So the House passed it, Senate didn't. But is yet to vote on it. But dude, I think if you saw what the voting today, there were a lot, like 160 plus no's. So
Bruh.
well, never mind it. We're screwed. Everyone's screwed.
Our Mitch bring all the tendies to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
I could teach you, but I have to charge. Right? Join the Patreon. Patreon.com/MitchRayTA. Let's go, dude. We got, thank you, Casey, man. 588 patrons. That's a wonderful number right there. 8 8s. Gotta love them. Okay, so, not looking good, man. Not looking good for Ethereum. Does look like it's getting ready to roll over. But maybe it just outperforms, right? Maybe it does sell off. It gets a haircut, sees 523, whatever, makes a higher low, and then it ends up turning into some sort of almost a ascending triangle of some sort. Okay, so I don't know, man. Tell you what we do know. There is an edge on Ethereum, but it is not for the bulls. It's 100% certainly for the bears at this current time. So now we would load a Hyatt. I mean, dude, if you look left on the 4 hour, let's go all the way back to 2018. There's nothing here, man. I'm sorry, but like it's really bad for Ethereum. Okay, the fact that like you go straight up, straight down, straight up. This is what it's holding on to. If Bitcoin rolls over, this will not hold. February 2018. That was the bear trap before the run up and then the dump again. But straight down, right? Straight up, straight down. You know, whatever. Up, down. There's just very little price action between 487 and 628. The fact that you rejected 628 wasn't much of a reversal area either. So that's what's weird. But you have to understand, like, if you're showing all these bearish variables and there's very little price action between 487 and 628, you could almost draw a conclusion that that would be the target, barring Fibonacci. That would be the target. Not there. Now I think there probably is some sort of parabolic, right, curved line you got going on here too. So I mean, even if like 543 is tested, I mean, it is kind of a parabolic run, but that is so discernible as a potential double top, man. I mean, and really, this was already there. Remember? It was like a high, the higher high, and then locally. It was almost like it was there, and then it matured even more and became like this. Right, where you just, each time you make a higher high or the same high, it's just lower levels roll to strength. So, kind of gross, man. Litecoin. Right, oh, a couple handle. Well, no, it's actually really bad. You got a, not a bearish and golden coming, but it's
How
doing.
much of a pullback are you anticipating on BTC and death?
We did already talk about that a little bit, Rob, right? I mean, you're thinking 17,730. I mean, look, dude, like, sure, it could hold the local highs. That's all you got. Like, local highs. There is nothing else, man. It's like, if you look left beyond the local highs that were created just less than a month ago.
Hamid's barely joined, and can we take a look at XRP if we haven't already? Thanks.
We'll look at it. Dude, thank you for the 10 super chat. Yeah, it's falling off cliffs, down 11.28%. Yeah, it was like almost a head and shoulders, but it was a lower high, and it was definitely one where it's like, well, man, these are one you just, it's hard to look at them now as swing traders, at least for longs, because they've already played out. So, eventual 17,730, and then after that 16,969. But worst case scenario, you're looking back at 16,438, the previous high, and that is where the trend is put in major jeopardy. Okay, you're talking about an uptrend. You have to talk about, well, how does the uptrend reverse? Well, you have to make eventually a lower low than your previous low, which we've certainly not even come close to doing yet. So you're still in an uptrend despite any kind of selling going on. You go to 17,730 again and bounce there, you're still very much in an uptrend. You hadn't even broke the demand line. So once you break 16,400, 16,500, you break it, then you back test it as resistance. Maybe we get a break and go. You start dumping again. That's when you know the trend is truly over for Bitcoin. Still an uptrend until that happens. That event has to occur. So you're still in an uptrend until you break 16.5 with a convincing argument, with a candle close, a back test, and then some more price action to the downside after that. All right? So if you're enjoying the live stream today, not so much the price action, right? Hit that like button, that bell. That's we have less than 300 likes. We got almost 1,400 people watching. Get wrecked, me.
Good.
Oh, lots of pings. What's going on? Oh, okay. Yeah, dude. Yep. Sorry, just reading a little bit. Just taking a breather. No, it's not an inverse head and shoulders. You're not looking for inverse head and shoulders at tops. You're looking for inverse head and shoulders at bottoms. You're looking for head and shoulders at tops. For instance, you're looking for head and shoulders at tops, kind of like lows. Was requested last night. I think Matthew D. This is bad. This is, today you broke and closed below the ice line, and eventually you could find yourself all the way back to 126. There is nothing looking left. This is all-time highs. This is a complex structure that's showing buyers are exhausted. There are just not as many market participants that are long on this asset than before. So that's not good. That for lows. All right, but that's where you're looking for these patterns.
H.
Bjorn, thank you for the 698 super chat. Much love, man. Hope you're having a good weekend. And then hey, is that inverse? Inverse head and shoulder, you're looking for them at bottoms, right? Moves down, like, then they form, and then you could have a nice markup, right? And run to the next ice line, because there's very straight down. You could just go straight up, or, you know, in reality, straight down. Okay? So here we go, chat. Your new daily candle has been born. Confirmed bearish engulfing candle on the daily for Ethereum. Confirmed bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hour for Ethereum. Not good. How in the world does Ethereum buck that? Bitcoin just not showing near as much of an edge to the downside as Ethereum. So, I mean, I'm not taking that with a grain of salt. I mean, maybe Ethereum's telling us what's going to happen with Bitcoin. We'll see. We will see. It's the weekend, so a lot of effery can happen. If it keeps dumping, you would, in fact, get some gaps. Hey, more Jesus chimes. Just hit 38,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank y'all so freaking much.
Bruh.
Thank y'all. Really. It's big time. What's up, Owen? Cordina, thank you for the sub. The road to 40K. What's up, Ronan? Carpenter, thank you for the sub too. So yeah, we can look at damage assessment on YFI. Yeah, it got wrecked, $4,000 or so. Man, it was so close, right? I mean, dude, we were almost there. Now, bearish engulfing candle with the flag. Unfortunately, yeah, it can't. I mean, I guess it can't perform when Bitcoin breaks down, right? You extend it, it's kind of broken now. It's kind of a busted idea. You know, the thing is, that's the thing with continuations, right? Continuation patterns are far more tricky than just reversals. What's up, Ramir? Thank you all for the sub spike. I really appreciate that. But, I mean, you were literally like $200 away from the target for the reversal. It's not over yet, man. Hopefully you just make a higher low. That's not good. Not a good candle. The negative momentum is building. You're not oversold. There's plenty of room to run to the downside, especially if Bitcoin dumps, man, which it very well could. I mean, based on what Ethereum's showing us, we know Ethereum's probably going to dump $40 from where it is now. Yeah, Litecoin's looking just as bad. Now, I don't think the variables are as strong. We were starting to look at Litecoin and someone requested something, but it's very bad, right? I mean, you break $79, you don't want anything to do with it. You already broke it. So if Ethereum actually gets followed through price action and is telling us the story of what Bitcoin's going to do, you're out of Litecoin. Litecoin's done. Litecoin, if it breaks 79, it could very well come down to test $63, $64. I'm not even kidding. This is a huge gap between $64 and $80. So you just gotta be mindful of that. Don't want anything to do with Litecoin below this, and we're breaking it right now. We already broke it, so look out below on Litecoin. That was the cutoff. Anyone that was trying to ride the momentum on a potential handle, coupled handle, it's done, man. Unfortunately, I hate it, man. But again, these are just way trickier than the low risk hardware opportunities. Right, this was the trade. This was the trade set up in Patreon on September 23rd, man. I mean, this was the one. It was the first of many that came that ended up being highly successful. Most targets on almost all trade setups got hit, but it took a while. It took a month to get to the first target. Then it took like a couple days to get the second and third target. It's crazy. All right, Litecoin. This is a real swing trade. These are the ones we're looking for across all markets. We're not looking for, oh, well, it attempted a rally. Hey, you know, and if momentum stays strong and it's just no supply and Bitcoin's just insane and it's FOMO-y, then yeah, it could rally and go. But if all of a sudden the demand starts diminishing, you're weakening, you're making lower highs, Better look out, man. It's very bad for Litecoin technicals right now, okay? Now you want, right, deep 88% retraces, congestion areas. Look how much support there was here. So you create the XABCD, the shark, and then you show seller exhaustion at the congestion area. And then this happens. That happens. Up here, man, it's like double top. It's over. Like, I think, what, do we bearish engulf? Yeah, you just got a confirmed bearish engulfing candle. That's pretty much confirming the double top on Litecoin for now. Yeah, very bad. Very, very bad. So don't expect lower prices, but the probability is high. Higher. With the weighted coin, it's not a 50% chance up or down. It's now like 58 to 60% chance of down. And then whatever to the upside, right? It's always about probabilities, never certainties. Oh yeah, sure. Posting that so I can pin it. There you go, sweet. Okay, not good. Not good. Plenty of room to run the downside. You're at 35 right now. You're at the lowest level of RSI you've seen since November 27th. And the selling continues. The longs continue to get liquidated. 18,554 at the lowest low of the new day. Lower than you were at the lowest point yesterday.
Hey, is there any edge on play?
There we go, 18,527. I don't know about an edge, but you certainly have broken out. And if you stay broken out eventually, I would say 37.79. So the thing, it's pretty easy to manage your risk here, right? If you broke out, you don't want anything to do with play really below 23.24, but your upside is to 37.79, right? So yeah, I mean, not really so much an edge right now as much as it is easy to manage your risk, right? I mean, like, I know these lows are here, 618. We could plot it. So upside 31, 37, 42. Those would be three targets for play. Okay, if you fall below 23.50, you're out. You're done. Okay, pretty simple. 18,521. The selling continues. The foreshadowing of the altcoins. Well, the altcoins had foreshadowed what was going on with Bitcoin, and that seems to be, that was on the thumbnail. I almost knew it. It's like, man, why are these alts selling off so bad? Bitcoin's barely moved a couple percent, you know, and there you have what's going on right now.
Could you please farm reward token? Ignore the hack on October 26th. Lol.
Oh, it's parabolic. We looked at it before. Look what it did. It ran up to hit the 1272 fib extension like the Jesus, and then it crashed. And there's nothing to look at, man. I don't know, right? Like, that was pretty crazy, dude. I love that. So effing respected. 368, 64, and then again crash. I don't know now, man. Not really sure. Now, I mean, that's too deep of a retrace for a harmonic. That's too deep of a retrace for a harmonic. So it looks like an XABCD. Just your run-of-the-mill S coin. That would be the supply line of what you're in right now. So if you ever broke 103, you might go, but other than that, man, I don't know. It's like it's pretty gross down here. Lowest risk area would probably be $72. You might get it. There's no edge. Absolutely no edge on the 4 hour right now. Bitcoin's continuing to sell off 18,509. You're about to break below that. Yeah, I'm not really feeling it, man. Doesn't really look good to me. Nope. Lows, lower lows, higher levels, negative Momo. Yeah, there's no edge on the daily or the 4 hour. You're nearing, like, I guess, value though. But lowest risk would be 72 if you could ever get the blessing of that. Okay, back to Bitcoin, where you're now again at your lowest level since the 2nd. Just 2 days ago, we were at the same price. Hey, Fernando F, man, let's go. Oops, let's go. Thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Please be sure to sync up the Patreon to the Discord. Type in the chat. I can't even believe it. There are only 11 more patrons until 600 again. We saw 600 this summer, but we were at much lower prices. So it's kind of crazy. Like on Bitcoin, it was in the 12s, 12.5, you know. So 11 more till 600. Join our army, the Fraternal Order of Traders. You will see immediately the value in the Patreon when you join the Discord as a patron. So just hanging out, slowly bleeding out. You're going up, you're going down. It's the weekend. I mean, there shouldn't be too much insanity that goes on this weekend. But again, any kind of sell-off you get this weekend, there will be a gap, and that gap would probably fill next week or in the coming weeks, all right? I'm not concerned how low it goes, how high it goes. I have a hold account that won't be touched either way. No VeChain moon yet? Yep, nothing. No altcoin can moon in these market conditions. When Bitcoin is selling off, altcoins are sensitive to it, and they get wrecked. It just happens. Yeah, NU. The only reason NU is because, oh, wow, it got listed to Coinbase, and that was it, dude. Like, great. Oh, they did. Sorry. You're right, they did. I just forgot about it. Stuff happens, you know. I'm getting the zone. The streamer zone. Should write a book on it. Just kidding. Yeah, where it did look like kind of head and shouldery crap. You're dumping. Next target, if it continues for Bitcoin, is 51 cents. If you don't hold 50 cents, look out, man. You're in a lot of trouble. Not very many supports below that. So you're getting close to it. If you talk about a target, say probably the neckline right there for getting that scam wick, right? You just measure from the top point. You can go candle close or wick, whatever. You do the candle close to be conservative. The wick, 100% measure move, just happens to be 51 cents. So that's probably the target. You could find XRP down there if Bitcoin continues to sell off. I mean, Bitcoin where it is now, there is no daily support until 17,730. So we'll see it. I mean, we might very well see it down there. So don't be surprised if it happens. Okay. Streaming in the zone. That's right, Kevin. So nothing more to talk about, right? I mean, we're just talking about left shoulder, head, kind of right shoulder. That bearish engulfing candle right there after the lower high, that kind of was the indicator. I've been monitoring it really, you know. But this is why, like, I've just not been keen on looking at XRP lately. People asking about it all the time. It's like, what is there to look at, man? It's just attempting a rally. If Bitcoin keeps going up, it's going to keep going up. 70 cents, could see 86 cents if Bitcoin breaks all-time highs, but it didn't do that. If Bitcoin goes down, well, then 51 cents eventually, probably, right? And you're on the way. So it's all about the ifs, man. And if Bitcoin's not showing an edge, wow, it's really tough without an edge. What's up, Steve? But I'll tell you this. There's an asset that's not on the crypto market that was showing an edge. And it was called CLR. The edge existed on the weekly and the daily. An asset that had lost so much value, but it was at critical areas. It was at an ice line. December 2008, IPO price 2007. You had fallen below that ice line. The ice line from January 2016. Once you got back above it, you fell below it again. Once you got back above it again, when you were getting back above it again, you were breaking a supply line. This is when all patrons were pinged about it. This is very good. If you hold above 13.98 long enough, well, there are targets. Is that not visible? Well, okay. Eventually, you're looking at like 31, 38, $46, but eventually you could very well see $60 on this asset. This is what the swing trader is. This is how you're looking for things. And when crypto goes insane to the upside, you have to understand it's very hard finding opportunity for longs when they go up, because like we got in low and then they run out and then they exceed targets. They triple, quadruple targets, you know, and then it's like really tough. You're just like, well, we're in the dark on it now. No edge. The edge was there. It played out. We got to wait for a new edge. So we look on other markets, and we found this asset today was up 17.51%. Let's go, dude.
Bruh.
And these are things you learn about. We teach these things in the Patreon. So if you're wanting to get into it, that's why we have 589 patrons. No, 680. What? No. Are we really at 5? We are literally at 589. Holy crap.
XRP going to the moon. Yeah.
I don't know, sir.
Dang, dude, 589. No new patrons ever again. Everyone stay. We'll just keep it at 589. So 18,601 on Bitcoin. Altcoins devastated for the most part. I mean, hit pretty freaking hard. Of course, Bitcoin's still bullish. Bitcoin, I told you, is in a bull run until it gets a 4-hour daily candle close below 16,500. That's undeniable. The trend does not truly reverse until that support is broken. You are extremely far away from that low. That is the most discernible swing low. We got that around Thanksgiving, or the day before Thanksgiving. You can go to 17,730. You're still technically very bullish. You'd end up making whatever happens here on this sell-off. As long as Bitcoin makes a higher low than 16.5, the trend is bullish still. You're making higher lows. What does that signify? Accumulation. More market participants exist in the market, right? Than before. Than the last discernible swing low was created, okay? So Kanatomo, yes, of course. Here's Bitcoin on the weekly again. That will be closing in 2 days. It was looking really good. It was looking like an amazing bullish engulfing candle. It looks like that evolution. It's evolving into something else for now. The question is, will this weekly candle become red by the time it closes, or will it just be like this or go higher? What is that, man? You watching me on? We got the Christmas lights, man, everywhere. Christmas, the nativity scene with Santa Claus. Very good. Whoa, MicroStrategy has purchased approximately 2,574 Bitcoins for $50 million in cash, according with its Treasury Reserve policy, at an average price of approximately $19,427 per Bitcoin. That means that MicroStrategy now holds approximately 40,824 Bitcoins, chat. So they did, in fact, buy the top. So they're bleeding a little bit, right? They're taking an immediate hit. Immediate hit. Oh, they are still certainly way up, because remember, their initial buy was $11,111.11. Yeah, they're up tremendously still. But they averaged up. They averaged up at the highest level you pretty much could average up at this point, yeah. Yeah, how many, what is that? So George Sasso. Isn't that a character from Sopranos? Sasso? It's Italian, man. Yeah, you gotta wonder, man. It's like, that, were they buying just on the assumption that, oh my god. Well, that's the thing, though, right? Like, it hadn't happened yet. And I mean, that Moonboy even texted me a couple days ago when we were climbing again, right? On this, hold on this little scrub rally right here, where we're not able to catch the bids yet. It's not over, but it's like, oh my god, can you feel it? It's like, my body's ready, right? Of course my body is ready, but I just, until it happens, man, I can't believe it. I can't believe Bitcoin above 20K until it happens, because it never happened. It hasn't happened. So I can't wait till it does. But remember, I think it is not a matter of if Bitcoin does. I think it is a matter of when Bitcoin hits above 20K. The money printing won't stop. Doesn't matter if Trump's there. Doesn't matter if Biden's there. Fed is going to print money, right? There's going to be, what is it, the fiscal stimulus that's going to get passed, House and Senate, and then more money will enter the market. And so you think eventually Bitcoin would receive positive effect of that. But when will it hit 20K? Will it be now, or will it be in 6 months after a massive correction that shakes everyone out? And I'm just saying, what I was trying to go into for a minute, though, was about MicroStrategy buying at 19.9 or whatever, and Bet Moonboy being like, can you feel it? And it's like, well, if you do break all-time highs convincingly, like if there's actually a break above 19,891.99, the markup could be so fast, because like when there's above all-time highs, there's nowhere for market participants who control the market to actually even altogether size up where a congestion area would be, where a bunch of sell orders would be placed, right? Limit sells. That it's so easy for everyone and their mother who owns Bitcoin that controls the market to have sell orders set up there, and that is that violent reaction we got when it hit that. So many effing sell orders there that you had a 10% price swing before attempting a rally, then selling off again, and it's really a mild sell-off, but it could just be beginning, where we see eventually 17,730. So if you break the last level where it makes logical sense to have limit sells, that's where you run up to test a supply line that goes all the way back to freaking October. And that'd be around 22. Well, it just depends when it'd get there. It could be 22.7. You get what I'm saying? So that's like a reason why, you know, people might be buying right at the high, because if you break it, it could just be gone. Burp. Huge green impulse candle. It could be a $2,000 to $3,000 to $5,000 impulse candle. Could you even imagine that? It's happened in the past. We looked at the history on Bitcoin, didn't we? Of the last crazy breakout we had. Anyway, supply's certainly at 19,891. Are we cool? If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks for the 1,446 people tuned in. Dang, dude, only 500 likes. Y'all know we get 800 likes in seconds. If everyone here that was watching the stream that hasn't yet hit it, we'd be like 800, boom. Like, no problem, dude. We've been going hard, man. Hard in the paint. I'm already been live an hour, 21 minutes. It's crazy, dude. Time just goes away when I stream. Time machine. So bearish and golden candle, you're safe. Bitcoin is super safe till it breaks below the demand line around 17,730.
Hot sub pattern again. Let's see if it creates the H&S pattern to push ATH again.
What is this? Head and shoulders. I'm confused. I don't see any kind of head and shoulders. Inverse head and shoulders. Because no head and shoulders would take you to all-time highs unless it's a failed structure. But I think that's absolutely fascinating. That $50 million purchase MicroStrategy at 19,000. 19,427. They're willing to buy. You know that means that, like, people are willing to buy Bitcoin at these levels. For people that have been in this market, that participate in this market, that have DCA'd for years in that sim triangle, I still can't imagine like buying right now on Bitcoin. It seems so crazy to me. Like, I mean, right? I don't know, man. Like, buying Bitcoin for 18K when you could have bought Bitcoin for this summer, man, in the 10s, in the 9s. You had far too much time to get in at these levels, and so now it's like it's evident, man. Like, they're buying at these levels. It's crazy. It's long term though. It's very long term, and hey, that is testament to that. Not a matter of if we break 20K, only a matter of when. Only a matter of after a bunch of people get shaken out because they think it's over. Because remember, let's go to I can't remember if I did it on this chart or the other one. Hold on. Let's go back one more time. We did it on yesterday's stream. We did it on the last night's stream. We're gonna do it one more time since we got people's in here. Okay, that's not it. Just bear with me, okay? What the heck? Really? I guess we're just gonna do this again, okay? We start from scratch, I guess. So, hold on. So we go back to 2013. Buying Climax. All right, one of the first great FOMOs ever on Bitcoin. Devastating sell-off, devastating bear market that lasted for like 2 years, and then you got like 8 months of a no trend where it was just sideways, and then something happened. You finally kind of double bottomed in that range, and then you ran up and you broke out. You broke above $304. That was huge. $300 was a major resistance, dude. You broke out of it, great. You even back tested what was once resistance as support, like the Jesus. So good. But it took us forever to get back to all-time highs. But we'll say when we did, like we've done it now, you got back. Look what happened the first time. Major sell-off. Holy crap. The same type of stuff. Big swings. The market participants who control it, that's where they had their sell orders. They take profits. And then you got this crazy 37% markdown in 8 days. 37% depreciation value in about a week before it rallied and ran up again to test the higher high. Very real bearish dive. This is the thing, right? We're in a bull trend. Look what happened. Man, that's kind of scary. That's scary stuff. We're tripping through time, by the way, if you didn't know. But the higher high. Lower levels of relative strength, impending price action versus the downside. You got it, man. It almost seemed like it could have been all over there, but it ended up what? We talked about everything's fine on Bitcoin until it falls below 16.5. Well, this is your 16. Well, yeah, this is your 16.5. This is the situation we're in right now. We're selling off, but nothing's screwed until we break the previous low, because it's an uptrend, right? Lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Until that's broken, we're good. You're above the 200-day moving average. So the reversal happened, but only turned into a bullish pin bar on the daily. And then something happened on the bottom side, where you go from classic bearish divergence to hidden bullish divergence. Pretty amazing. And so eventually, third time's a charm. You broke out. You even got the back test. April 13th, 2017. That was it, chat. This is how important Wyckoff is. This is important how important regarding support resistance is, or understanding and respecting it. Like something from history it's created, it becomes support resistance forever. It's timeless. Okay? The price action will always correlate at it until it runs away from it and never comes back, right? But resistance, up thrust, then you broke it for a third time's a charm, you back tested it as support, and then you were gone to the huge markup where you did get appreciation in value of about 150%. Once it broke out for the third time and back tested once resistance as support, it went up, and in 2 months, 152% appreciation in value. The past 2 months for us in real time, Bitcoin's already appreciated 87% in value. So, but no breakout. We're at this area right now for Bitcoin. If we're talking historical context, we're screwing around. We're flirting with it. So all we need to do now, all Bitcoin needs to do, is just make a higher low than the previous effing low, and it'll all work out. Okay, hopefully that helps help people understand what's going on, right? We tested it and we failed. Could get big markdowns. Could get a 37% sell-off. Oh my God, everyone's scared. But just make a higher low than the previous low, and everything will be okay. Even here, man, even still, like this low here, that's real. You can see it on the daily. I mean, below that, man, the previous low is like 10,000. So even if, like on the weekly, which is not discernible swing low, that's 16.5 on the weekly, as long as Bitcoin makes a higher low than 10,300, the bull trend technically still exists. The bull trend's still active. You don't want to do that. I don't think you ever want to fall below 16,175 again. You could, but the thing is, that June of 2019 high, you've never back tested as support. You just blew right through it. So it always comes down here. It could always test 13,868. And if it pivots there, it's still a higher low than the previous discernible swing low on the weekly, which is, again, like 10,000 and change. Okay, hopefully it helps. Yeah, crazy enough, Theta somehow didn't capitulate and dump. Yep, it's wild. It held that crazy congestion area as support. Somehow bounced. Sorry. It's Friday, man. I appreciate all the people tuned in right now. Still about 1,500 of y'all. 640 likes. We were close to 800, right? We could still get $800. Oh my God, I'm embarrassed. My American flag's been covered. Let me move that real quick. Crap. Bear with me. No idea where it is. There it is. Perfect. It's good right there. YFI on the rise. I mean, dude, yeah, I guess 2% up on the day after it dumped 6% yesterday. Yeah, whatever, dude. Well, for a YFI fan, if Bitcoin just does nothing, if it goes sideways, up, down, that's YFI is going to succeed. If Bitcoin just doesn't violently dump to the downside, okay. Until then, again, like 17,730 is your only real support on Bitcoin, unless you're considering local highs from November 17th and November 21st and November 25th to be anything, okay?
Love the daily streams. THX.
THX. Thank you, John Williams, for the $5 super chat. So we're good though. I think it's been a pretty freaking good stream. All right, covering what you normally want to see, right? I think we all have a good understanding of what Bitcoin needs to do. Forget about the ups and downs. We're gonna get 17.7, 18, 19. As long as you're above 16.5, as long as you're above the demand line that goes back to October 19th, that's the day. PayPal, right here, that big green impulse candle. That was when PayPal said mass adoption.
Do you think the DXY is correlated with BTC?
Yeah, in a lot of ways. It's also passing correlation, where it correlates and then sometimes it doesn't. I think that's true with everything. Sometimes Bitcoin has passing correlation with equities. It has passing correlations with gold, passing correlations with the DXY. I think a lot of it has to do with sentiment. I think that's gold too. Gold is not directly tied to the DXY. You could go back to, I think, the 70s, and when massive amounts of inflation was going on, like crazy amounts of inflation was happening, Greenspan, gold dropped so much. It got devastated. So in a heavy inflationary market, gold is not connected to inflation. It is not about the inflation itself. It is, again, about the sentiment of what people think about gold, what people think about Bitcoin. So far, the sentiment is extremely positive on Bitcoin still. As we just talked about, MicroStrategy just bought $19,427 cost base. It's $50 million for the Bitcoin. They're down tremendously right now. Okay. Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, be ready, or not be ready, God. Be sure to join the Discord. We're going on 10,000 members now. Working on 10,000 members in Discord. Join us, man. In there, I mean, there's a... If you want to learn more about technical analysis and you want to get your feet wet, you're not really sure, joining that's amazing. Why? Because there's an educational resources tab. There's no catch, man. It's just like the literature that one could buy or go listen to a free audiobook. Those are things that we recommend you do if you're getting your feet wet in this world. Oh yeah, we got to talk about Activision Blizzard, right? We got to, man. But again, don't think it's all doom and gloom for Bitcoin. It's just price action, up and down, right? We know where critical supports are from history. We're in the dead middle of it, right? The dead middle of a critical support and a critical resistance. That's all we have. We're in this level. So if you're in the dead middle of a range, it can go either way, especially when you don't have an edge on the market. I mean, it's technically some sort of no trade zone, because like, hey, if you're showing a 4-hour bullish divergence 17,730 for a back test, man, that might be incredible. There's a falling wedge or something too with it. Let's go. Or on the other side of the coin, you could say 19,891. Oh, that's a great. And what if there's bearish divergence there? Then there's an edge on the market for downside, and there's a lot of downside. So I mean, if you're in the dead middle, man, I'm telling you, when you're the dead middle of a trading range is normally a no trade zone. Unfortunately, alts are so sensitive, they just lose. They double, triple the losses Bitcoin has on barely any losses. So Activision Blizzard, very, very good. Something miraculous happened, or extraordinary happened today. Activision Blizzard's been in a crazy recovery, but for the past 4 months, Activision's been in a correction, a beautiful weekly bull flag. And guess what happened on the last day of the week? We have a candle close confirmation breakout. Oh my God, it's beautiful. The breakout. The hidden bullish divergence. Impending price action continuation, the upside implied after 4 months of correcting. And when we talk about correcting, it only lost about $10 of value, $12 at the lowest point. It's very, very strong. High and tight flag stuff. So the target eventually is 84.69 to break all-time highs. Then, 96.89, 112.41. Then eventually, the jackpot last target 128.74, 100% measured move of this pretty incredible looking coupled handle, man. I mean, this is a monstrous coupled handle. And you're looking, coupled handle on the 4 hour, whatever, dude. You're looking for weekly and daily coupled handles that it takes a long period of time to develop. Okay, the longer the period of time it takes to develop.
Supporting the stream. Peaceborn Boston.
Thank you, Dow Jones, for the 5. Appreciate it, man. The longer it takes for a pattern to develop, the longer it will take for the price to play out, for the trade to play out. But at the same time, the larger the structure, oftentimes the more reliable it's going to be. So, very good. Video games, man. EA similar. I think wherever Activision goes, EA is going with it, man. They're tied together. I think they've probably got a lot of the same bots connected to a lot of. They're the same industry, man. They're rivals, like EA and Activision, man. The two behemoths of the video game market. Take-Two's there, but I still think about EA and Activision as the big ones, the two big boys. It's the three big boys. Take-Two's with those three, but again, from my opinion, it's EA, ATVI. People call EA a trash company. Why? Because they focus on making profit. So as a stock shareholder, that you want EA to be trash because they're doing everything they can to make revenue, which is terrible for the gaming industry and all that. But again, welcome to capitalism. That's what happens, Larry. Rockstar Games, I'm pretty sure that's Take-Two. Owned by Take-Two. Am I wrong here? We got a few new Discord members. What's up, y'all? Steel banging. That's cool, dude. Very cool. Yeah, Take-Two owns Rockstar. Boom. Zynga's more of a mobile gaming company, so they have far less diversification and probably more prone to volatility. Just because PC gaming's so well established and it's continuing to grow. Just remember, for video game sales, only about 25% of video game sales come from North America. Only about 25% of sales, we'll say this, 25% of sales come from North America. 50% of video game sales come from Asia. And then 25% everywhere else, like Europe, Africa, South America, right? Oh yeah, no, Sailor's still up $300 million. We know that, right? Again, his average cost basis, $11,111.11. And he did buy today or yesterday, whenever, $19,427, $50 million. So he averaged up, but he did average up at the highest level you could pretty much average up at. He did not take a strategic long. I think that long could have very well been. And we all know what will happen if or when Bitcoin breaks the actual all-time high. It will be violent. It will be stupid. It will be just one of those days where, hey man, there's 4,000 people watching the stream. Oh my God, you can't even read chat because it's going so fast. That was why he might have bought it, because that stuff does happen when price discovery mode gets turned on. Who cares what I used to do before this, right? All I do is I just stream what I love, what my passion is. And That's it. That's all this is. I'm just streaming what I love. Technical analysis and trading. I've been studying this world for a decade, over a decade now. And no one's forcing anyone to watch. Like, you don't have to watch me if you don't like me. Yes, I was in sales. That was my profession before I started live streaming. But guess what? Technical analysis and trading was a hobby of mine. And so all I'm trying to do is just, it all started with like, hey man, I want more people to talk to, more people to hang out with, because none of my peers, just like none of your peers, give a crap about trading, technical analysis, stocks, crypto, gold. They don't care. They're worried about what's going on with, whatever. What's going on with, I don't even keep up with pop culture crap anymore. Whatever pop culture is, just insert it. They care about that, okay? We care about this. So that's why I started this. Now, I've never implied or tried to explain, oh, I was a professional trader on Wall Street. I've never been like that. I've never said that. Like,
Do you think Bitcoin will drop to the 20-week HIMA?
20-week moving average around 13s, right? Week moving average is like 12,708 or 12,872. I hope not. I pray not, man. But you are super extended away from that 20 moving average. You do that, and eventually you do find it again. So, the more you go sideways, the more the 20 can catch up to the price, faster moving average, and the less worried you have to be about it being so far away. But the thing, it's like, it tested it in September 2017, and you never tested it again after that until January 2018. So, yeah, no, you're very extended from all simple moving averages like crazy. Look at this. The 50 right there is down at 10,194. So I don't know if you're going to break that or not, but you're certainly very far away from it. I normally stick with looking left, right? I mean, it's like 16,175 and then 13,868. I think by the time if you ever went to 13,868 before breaking out, you'd be like around the 200 or the 20 moving average by then, right? So. Hey, what the heck? I didn't even see that. Jonathan R, thank you so much for joining the Patreon, dude. Let's go. I just missed it. We were going, man. We were in the zone, right? The streamer zone and the trader zone. Thank you so much, man. Robert R, or I'm sorry, not Robert R. Jonathan R. But then you have Robert W. Thank you, Robert W., for joining the Patreon. We're now sitting at 591 patrons. So 9 more patrons till the big 600 again. We saw it this summer, but we have not seen it technically since. Wow, the army grows. And when you join the when you join the Patreon, you're literally supporting the stream. You're like, hey, I like the stuff you teach, and you do, man, and I know you're doing it daily, and you're trying, you're putting in the effort. Well, here's how I'll support you. And when you support the stream, instead of tipping me, you join the Patreon, you get all the education, the huge network of people, of traders that are all looking for trade setups, right? They're applying the teachings that I've given. We're all looking for value. We're all looking for those wonderful areas of value, man. You know what they are, right? We're looking for stuff like this constantly on all markets. When you're connected to a network of people that all look for the same thing, like this, I mean, it's magical, man. It's like at the time, no one really knows. No one cared. October 15th, no one cared. Like everyone was like, whatever, man. Bitcoin's it's okay. Yeah, it's uptrending. Yeah, it's fine. But no insanity yet. But man, the altcoins looked ready, and there you go. Boom, far exceeded the targets. That's crypto. We were applying traditional technical analysis to an untraditional market, and this is what can happen. You find the bottom, but sometimes you don't find the top, right? This thing been dumping hard. Raw Paul also went all in at the top. He didn't go all in at the top. He was already deep in it, and then he added. I gotta watch that rest of that video. I think he did say he's like 97% all in on crypto now, and he didn't go all in up there, but he did add a sizable position, higher than we are right now. I'm pretty sure. Raw Paul. Yeah, 97%, something like that. I mean, I was informed by one of my buddies today about it, because I had not heard that, and he was like, well, it just happened today. Is that what he said? You get 97% of his liquid net asset, or yeah, his liquid assets, 97%. So it's crazy, man. Yeah, people throwing a lot of money into Bitcoin at these high levels when there's no. I mean, dude, you're throwing so much money in 83 on the RSI. That is crazy. What's happened in history at this level on the RSI, right? I mean, let's try to go back to it on the weekly here, right? So we hit 84 in June of 2016. Let me see. June 2016, 84. That's like literally where we are right now on the RSI on the weekly. Well, the next week, huge bearish engulfing candle, and then you spent wow. I mean, like that was still in the uptrend. Wow. So once it hit the 84, 85, eventually got to a low point in that wick. 37%. That was what we were looking at earlier on the daily, on the other chart. So it got out of overbought territory, didn't it? Got all the way down to freaking 53, the equilibrium level, right? 50, neutral. And then you went again. And what happened when we got to just as high? You got to 85 on the weekly, right? Look at that. Intra-week price action. So once that happened, I mean, I'm just talking about once that closed, 25% pullback before it went again. To get out of overbought territory, it ran up again, got to 80. 80 up here. To get out of overbought territory, it retraced 30%. 30% retrace. So we're getting this common 30 pullbacks. So then we go again. What happens when we hit much higher level? We're hot. This is higher than we saw it now. Than we're doing it now. This was 90 on the RSI. Before it reversed, it lost 42%, 41.4% of its value in about a month.
Hey Mitch, can you look at my S-Coin TLRY on the 4 hours? Is that a sort of big dragon pattern?
We'll look at it. We'll look at it, man. Thank you. We'll see it, you know, when you got to lower than you are now. When you got to 80.5 on the RSI, you know, from the... I mean, that was a 35% correction, pullback before going again. And then here, this is crazy though, right? I mean, there's like huge markup, then a big bearish engulfing candle, and then a bamboozle bullish engulfing candle. Like the bamboozle because the fake out, because the bearish engulfing candle implies, oh, we're done, close in reverse, but nay, the bamboozle. So that is what got you out of overbought territory, just so you get overbought one more time. Oh my God, right? Like 96, like all-time highs on the RSI. No, it didn't even. It was just 90. Just 90. So you get what I'm saying? Like when you get to levels so high, you get pullbacks. You get like 25 to 30% pullbacks regularly at these levels. So it almost might be the question of, it's not a matter of when Bitcoin would get a 25 to 30% pullback before going violently higher, like higher again, just to get over. You get it overbought to just, in bull trends, you get overbought to get out of overbought territory just so you can get overbought again and be at higher prices when you get to the same level of overboughtness, right? Just like you did here. Like May, you sold off, you know, you went like a month or so, 3 weeks, and then you went again. And then when you got to the same level of RSI, you were at much higher prices, right? So same thing could happen here. It's always possible. Okay, so we just went back. Why not? I think it's cool to trip through time to just look at, you know, that's all we got, man, is history in these crazy times, you know. Tilray, weed, stop. Yeah, Tilray was the one that showed the harmonic. It's done nothing but take off since then. Remember? This was, I could go and show you this picture before any of this price action happened. This was identified and great, dude. It ran up and hit the targets. A and C would be targets for a harmonic like this. But it's still on the rise, making higher lows. Very little data down here at these levels. So I think if you ever broke 1063 for real, which is now a very real resistance, if you ever broke it, $15, $14.99 would be the target after that. And then after that, you just go to the swing highs. Now, if you want a true trend reversal, right, you want to put the bearish trend in jeopardy, like this nasty, nasty bear trend. The only way Tilray will become bullish, okay, we say, hey, Tilray's in a bull trend now. You got to break 1063, back tested, hold it as support. You don't really know still, but eventually that previous discernible swing high that goes back January and February of this year, you eventually have to break $20 to $21 and hold above it. That is, it's like mandatory. You have to do that. The great news, look at the 4 hour on the 200. You're above it. You even back tested as support. You're going. So again, 1063, you get above it, you hold it, but then eventually right here. Swing highs. You got to break and hold above these swing highs to go to be truly in a bull trend. This is still technically kind of bearish, but it's turned around. The momentum shifted. Harmonics can usher in. You know, if you're a patron, how incredible harmonics can be for major reversals to the upside. Bitcoin on the 4 hour. What do you mean? What's the issue, dude? Yeah, dude, it's, again, like, remember, you're in a bull trend until you break below 16.5 with confirmation. So, and again, right, you're between 17,730 and 19,891. It's kind of a no trade zone. Like for an actual trader that is strategically taking a long or a short on something, if you're in the dead middle of the only daily highs and lows that really exist looking left besides these newly manufactured ones, what do you do in the middle? You flip a coin, it could find its way at 19,891 next. Or you flip a coin and it lands on the other side, 17,730. You see what I'm saying? It's really tough without a true edge. But the thing, that's the beauty of it, man. When you read Trading in the Zone, you learn that. And that's why I implore everyone here that is a newer member of the community, an older member of the community that hasn't done it yet. I know a lot of you have. Please, there's no agenda here. Please go read Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas so you can better understand how I do this stream, okay? Where you're not supposed to know where things are going at any given time. And even when an edge develops on the market, you still don't know, and that's okay. You can still make money not knowing where an asset's going to go, but technical analysis helps you Gain an edge helps you gain a weighted coin. Instead of a coin flip 50-50, oh, it's a 55, it's a 62, it's a 70% coin flip now. Where I now have like a 70% chance of it going my way, even though it could easily fail. There's still that 30%, 40%. When you take longs at areas of congestion, it's very easy to manage your risk. So it's like you want to have an edge at those congestion areas, and those are the best trades. And right now, unfortunately for Bitcoin, if you're in the dead middle, it's a coin flip. It's a 50% chance to go to 19,891. It's a 50% chance, I think, to go to 17,730, right here where we are. Ethereum, though, looks terrible on the daily. Bearish engulfing candle at the top of supply line. Ethereum, to me, it feels like, just based on coinciding variables with 6 ones that are all bearish, Ethereum seems like it has an increased probability of going to lower prices. But how can it do that if Bitcoin flips the coin and it goes up, you know? It's kind of crazy, man. All in Dentacoin. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Bruh.
That boy is good.
Good and terrible.
Am I drinking water? Join the Discord, dude. Books like Trading in the Zone and others are recommended in the Educational Resources tab. So you can invest in yourself. That is a huge mantra of this stream. Invest in yourself. Because like these market conditions are insane. Like, I was streaming for 3 years almost now, and it's like these market conditions are so good, they're so bullish, but you want to invest in yourself when the times are bad, so you can take advantage of these amazingly bullish conditions. So all these things I'm talking about teaching, you know them. They're like second. What is it like? Like driving, right? Can't remember, I'm drawing a blank here. You want to be ready when these conditions go bullish like this. But like when you show up to the party and Bitcoin's at 19,000, you show up to the party for the first time and Bitcoin's at 18,777, you missed out, man. Opportunity presented itself, but it presented itself months ago. When opportunity presents itself, it's far too late to prepare. So even before the opportunity presented itself in late September, early October, early November in some cases, you needed to be prepared months before that. So a lot of people in the Patreon, a lot of people joined during that first pump in July and August, and they became prepared for all this that's going on. So, and they made tremendous amounts of money because of that. So, what's up, Rogue Explorer? Thanks for the sub, dude. Dude, what's up? Oh my God, I keep missing these. It's because I turned the audio off. Hey, Corn, or Corn A. Corn A, thank you so much, man, for joining the Patreon. Let's freaking go.
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Thank you, Corn A. Super classy. So what does that mean, chat? That means, whoa, only 7 more patrons. 7 more patrons till 600. Let's go, dude. It's incredible. Fundamentals on Bitcoin are way stronger than 2017. Oh, indubitably. Indubitably. That's it, Corn A. Yeah, with the E, with the tilde on top, or whatever, apostrophe on top. Sorry, not tilde. If it was a tilde, it'd be like Cornier, right? Leisha, you've been here since the crash. Yeah, you've been around. Second nature, my bad. I was drawing a blank. Second nature. Yeah, this stuff should all become second nature if you continue investing in yourself. It will become that way. Eventually. It reminds me, like, I used to do drums when I was a kid. You know, when I was young before I had to pick between band and sports. I'm like, sports, right? Kind of like middle school, intermediate school. And like, I just, was doing it and it was fun and stuff. And I just kept practicing, but there was something called the double tap drum roll. And that was all, I was struggling with it, but I kept practicing, kept investing myself, kept doing it every day. Lessons, practice, never getting it. Buzz, drum roll. But then one day, after all that practice, it just clicked. Like, I'm like, oh my God. And so I can do it now. And I haven't played drums in like 15 to 16, 18 years. It's been forever. I could still pick up drumsticks and do the double tap drum roll. But it all had to click on one day, one magic day. And so I think a lot of this stuff is the same, where you'll just keep practicing, you won't get it, and all of a sudden, one aspect of what you're learning about will click. And then you'll keep practicing, and it'll become second nature. And then you move on to the next one. You'll struggle, you'll go to sleep, you'll wake up, you'll wake up after investing yourself, and then one day it'll just click. And you're like, oh my God, I get this aspect. Well, there's so many more aspects I have to learn about, but you just have to keep going, man. You got to be persistent, right? Persistence beats everything. Yeah, muscle memory. Correct. So, Chucky Badger, thank you for joining the Discord, dude. I see you out there. I see you, man. Josh, I'm glad, man. We can't play the Hey song until Bitcoin is in striking distance of all-time highs. That's the only time we can play the Hey song. It is completely inappropriate to play it any other time, okay? Lawnmower pattern. Read. I'm sure Total took a big hit. Oh man, Total looks like just this massive potential double top. I mean, God, I hope not. I hope it just ends up making a higher low than the previous low, and then it's like ascending triangle stuff, right? Like a sell wall with accumulation. That would be the Jesus, man. But yeah, between 518, 535 supports, so maybe it can hold, but really the local double top kind of stuff with the major real double top stuff is kind of concerning a little bit, right? I mean, just kind of looks toppy, right? You flip this over, it's like, dang, man, you got a low, you got the same low, and on the local second low, you're showing a slightly higher low locally. Accumulation and back testing a spring. You up thrusted and back test the spring, and now you're round. I mean, that's bottom stuff. It's like confirmation bottom stuff. So it could be confirmation top stuff. But whatever, man. That will be done. I've got a very large speculative bet on this, but that's been the case forever now. And that's just been accumulating with the crypto tips. The Hey song, the monthly, was epic. Yeah, dude, it was legendary, man. Like, I really hope we get... I really do think, you know, it's not even hope, right? Because I said it before, I'll say it again. It's like, I don't think it's a matter of if Bitcoin breaks all-time highs. I think it's a matter of when. Will it be now, or will it be in like 6 months, you know, after correcting and all the hype dies off, right? People stop watching, people stop caring, and then it happens, right? It's really not bad, but I would say between 17, 730, 19, 891, if you're in the middle, it's like tough. It's really tough to trade, man, because I think the coin flips chance it goes to 17, 730. Coin flips chance it goes to 19, 891. And it's because, like, you know, on the upside, maybe there are some bearish indicators, but extremely bullish conditions. So bearish indicators often fail. They're pretty unreliable, and if they do play out, they often underperform. So it's like bearish indicators in this kind of market environment that are so bullish, make it tough to even know that 17,730 will be tested as support. Will there even be enough supply or lack of demand to get us to that price again? We doing things, man. Thanks for the new followers on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you all. Check me out over there. This is what this rolling nameplate is for. Or you look at patreon.com/MitchRayTA. And then you got twitter.com/MitchRayTA. Then you got instagram.com/MitchRayTA. All uniform. So check it out. Appreciate it, man. I think we're good though. I think it's a good stream. No partying, no spins, right? No chugs. I didn't even party. I didn't even drink last night. Just kind of a chill Patreon stream. Talked about a lot of good things, I think. But yeah, man, the partying will come back when the hype comes back. That's normally how it goes. So I'm cool with it. Oh, there already is a Mitch Ray TA token. It's on the Waves platform. You can buy it if you want. It's a meme though. It's a joke. Your XLM come through. See, that's one of those broken. It should show up, but I'm not seeing it yet. Skybird, dude. What a wait, Avahi. Not yet. Bring back the drunk guy from last night. Was someone drunk last night? Thank you, UG, for the consideration. I really appreciate it, man. But yeah, if you're gonna join the Patreon, you've got to have the mentality that I've been talking about. You've got to have the mentality of investing in yourself. You're taking that you're supporting the stream, of course, but you're supporting the stream by investing in yourself, right? Where it's like for 30 days or however many days are left in the month when you join. Like, I want you to apply what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you to apply what I've said, and that is invest in yourself every day, and you want to be a little bit better than you were the day before. And the whole duration of the time you're a patron, if you do that, you're doing it right. So it's like right now we have 592 patrons. I want 593, excuse me. I want 593 different people to invest in themselves till the 1st of January. And if they continue their support of the Patreon, I would prefer that they spend the next 30 days getting better than they were from the day before, over and over and over again. Again, a lot of people don't want that. They don't want to do it, and that's okay. Then you can just tip me if you appreciate me, and you don't want to invest in yourself every day. Then you can just tip me stream elements, right? You can tip me the 10, whatever it is. But again, joining the Patreon, I want you to have a certain state of mind that you're ready to learn, you're ready to invest. Crack the books. Is the cup with handle no longer valid? I mean, dude, again, it could be real, but it's a continuation with no edge, right? It'd be a continuation pattern with no edge. Look, man, I just said, I think when you're in the dead middle of a range between 17,730 and 19,891, and I'm sorry if I'm reiterating, but people keep asking, right? If you're in the dead middle, you flip a coin. You could see 17,730 on one side of the coin, and on the other side of the coin you can see 19891. Daniel Smith's fantastic, man. Very good. So the market cap, what happened to Bitcoin's market cap on this sell-off? Still at all-time highs, at least from 2017. Same stuff though, looks very similar to just Bitcoin's price action. The mild difference is looking left and seeing, oh, but you know, the difference is you got a lot more money concentrated in Bitcoin than altcoins. We know that from total, and also way more coins have been mined since then too, so that also would add to this. But I really do think it's another small contributing factor is like we have a record level of cold storage wallets, where wallets have legit mass exodus exchanges and gone colds. And I think that really might have to do with foreshadowing of what's coming in time, where just think about it. There are only 900 Bitcoins mined a day, and you have major institutions just eating them up. They're just
Or stay in the parallel
buying them every day.
And say spin. It doesn't really matter though, because the wheel is rigged and I'm to get wrecked, but do it anyways.
All right, dude. You might save the hype in the stream. I don't know. Thank you. Nope. Get destroyed, dude. Thank you, though. Sorry, I was on a roll, dude. I was on a roll. Oh, yeah. So we're talking about, like, people are getting off exchanges because they don't want another Mount Gox on their hands, right? So, like, not your keys, not your coins, very real. But the thing is, when you've got institutions just buying up every amount of supply that's created, and they're hoarding it, right? Because they have the capital and means to do that. Where all of us, we can't do that. We can't buy 900 Bitcoins a day. Well, think about in 4 years when another halvening happens and it goes down to like 400 a day or whatever, you know, or less, 400 to 500 Bitcoins mined a day. It will be at some point in the future, it could be almost impossible to get real Bitcoin. You might have to just settle for derivatives, contracts that are saying, hey, we had a handshake agreement that yes, whatever Bitcoin's price does, we will honor that and you will get paid if Bitcoin appreciates in value. Not the true real Bitcoin itself. They'll hold that. They'll hold on to that. Yeah, institutional Pac-Man. Hammer. Yep. So it's really like a race. I mean, oh God, what? I think that's astounding. I can't even believe it. I mean, I can. But yeah, dude, Sailor and MicroStrategy's buying $50 million worth of Bitcoin at 19,427 today. They averaged up, but at the highest point. Because I guess they don't care. And they'll probably, if it went to 17,730, they might buy again, you know? Another 50 million. I think we covered almost everything under the sun today. We're going to the weekly RSI, going through history, the last major bull run, or when we eventually broke all-time highs again, what happened, you know, the correlation, the crazy fake out, premature breakout, but it still made a higher low than the previous low before it went again. Got out of overbought territory in the weekly RSI to get overbought again. So, okay. Valiant attempt, sweaty jalapenos, but that's all y'all got. So thanks for the 1,151 people. So thanks for 776. Like, we get 800 likes right now, like in seconds. If y'all wanted, in seconds, 800 likes. Ten more likes. Wow. Boom. There it was. 800 likes like nothing, dude. Alright. So I really do appreciate everyone tuning in today. It's been I think a pretty good stream, despite the price action not being good. At least we all got a little better, right? Hopefully you got something out of this stream, right? Thanks for all the new patrons today. Thanks for all the likes, love, support, contributions, everything. And I'll just be back later. Probably sometime tomorrow. Maybe, maybe not, alright? Stick around, be in the Discord, so you can be notified when I go live, because YouTube oftentimes fails with those notifications. That's why you join the Discord. One reason, okay? So, till next time, respect the TA.